Hey guys, this is Kristen with Cedarcide. We are here live today to talk to you about ants. Ants can be a problem both inside and outside your home, and fortunately for you guys, we have solutions for both issues. So we're going to talk about that today and what to do when you have ants outside, what to do when you have ants inside. If you have any questions throughout this video today, please drop them in the comments. This is live. I have someone monitoring the comments, so if you have a question, drop them there and I will make sure that we go over all the questions at the end. So, first, ants outside. Typically when you're finding ants inside, outside is where they're coming from. So if you can take care of your ants outside, they won't be an issue inside. So we'll talk about outside first. With outside ants, there's a few things that you can do to kind of prevent them from ever being interested in your lawn, but should that they show up in your lawn, we have the lawn and garden kit, or a couple different lawn solutions that you can use. We recommend that if you have an active ant issue, you treat your lawn with the lawn and garden kit, or at the very least one of our lawn sprays, probably about 1 or 2 weeks apart until you can get the ants under control, and then something monthly will help maintain that to keep them out of your lawn. We did get one question specifically before the live stream started about ant mounds and what to do with them. So for ant mounds specifically, what we recommend is using one of the 2 lawn sprays. We have Yard Safe, which is our ready-to-use product. This quart right here will treat about 1/8 of an acre. Or we have PCO Choice, which is a concentrate. You pour a bit of the concentrate into this hose end sprayer, and it works just like the Yard Safe. You hook it up to your hose and then spray it out onto your lawn. The gallon of PCO Choice is going to treat up to 4 acres. So the quart, the same size as this Yard Safe right here, will treat 1 full acre. So that's 8 times as many treatments as the Yard Safe. No matter which one you're using, they're both going to work the same way. They are the same active ingredient, same product. One is just pre-diluted and ready to use. So if you have an ant mound specifically and you're trying to kill them, we get them a lot here in Texas. Fire ants specifically are nasty. They have really painful bites, and they live in mounds that can be kind of hard to get rid of. You'll think that you got one sprayed and then another one will pop up on the other side of the lawn. And that's because they kind of burrow into the ground somewhat. So the best way to make sure that you've eliminated the whole ant colony is to break up the mound. Now, if you're doing that and it's dry, you don't have your product with you, you're just going to piss off all the ants, and there's a good chance you're going to get several ant bites. So we don't recommend breaking up the mound without having your garden hose and your Yard Safe or PCO with you. So what you're going to want to do is you attach your product to the hose, whether it's Yard Safe or PCO Choice. You're going to spray down the mound a little bit to get it started. You're probably going to use a good amount in this one area. When you're just treating the lawn, it's a general spray across the lawn to make sure everything's covered. With a mound, you're going to do some direct treatment here. So you're going to spray the mound directly. You're going to have a shovel or large stick in hand with you. So you spray the mound, and then you take your shovel or your stick and you break up the mound as you continue to spray. And what this does is make sure that you get through all of the tunnels that the ants have built, and you get the product directly into contact with all of the ants, including the queen, which, if you know anything about ants, you know that the queen is the one that will keep the colony alive. So if you can kill the whole colony, including the queen, by breaking up the mound, you're much less likely to see more ants pop up anywhere else in your lawn. Some safety tips with that: make sure you're wearing closed-toed shoes because you don't want 1 or 2 getting away and getting a painful bite on your toes. And second, again, just make sure you have both of those, shovel or stick and your product in hand. That way you're killing the ants on contact rather than just pissing them off and having them swarm you. This product is a contact killer. So what that means is it's not a bait like a lot of the poisonous ant control options that are out there. It's not a poison that an ant picks up and then brings back to the mound to kill the queen. You do actually have to get the product, the cedar oil, in contact with each of the ants in order for it to kill them. That's why we recommend breaking up the mound as you go. The mounds themselves can be somewhat unsightly too, so it's probably a good idea to break them up anyway. No one wants to look at that in their lawn. For maintenance and to make sure that you're keeping your lawn uninviting to ants, we do recommend this product. These are our cedar granules. They are made from 100% cedar wood from cedar trees in Texas. The Juniperus acacia, or Texas cedarwood tree, is the tree that it comes from, and we grind them up, and then you can sprinkle them out into your lawn. What a lot of people do is actually poke holes in the bottom of the bag and walk it around the lawn. You can also open it up at the top and use it to put on potted plants or on your patio to help repel mosquitoes and things like that. But if you sprinkle this in areas where you commonly see ants in your lawn, you're less likely to see them want to build a home there. So once you've gotten your ant mounds under control, treat your lawn monthly with sprays and every 4 to 6 weeks with fresh cedar granules. So that's outdoors. We've covered outdoors. Before we move to indoors, I did want to give you guys just a little note on our cedar granules. Right now, we are actually unable to source this pretty printed bag with our logo on it. So we have generic clear bags right now, which is a little sad. You don't get to see our branding, but to say thank you for your understanding in our inability to source our normal bags, we are offering an extra 2 pounds of granules. Typically these bags are 8 pounds, and right now they are 10-pound bags, which means you get an extra 875 square feet of coverage. So typically an 8-pound bag is going to cover 3,500 square feet. Right now you'll be getting 10-pound bags, and they cover 4,375 square feet. So that's a lot of extra coverage. So make sure, if you are interested in granules, that you stock up now while you get some extra for the price. It's a really good deal. All right, moving indoors. Over here I have our indoor products. Cedarcide Original is the one that we recommend for using indoors when it comes to ants, and pretty much any other bug. But ants specifically, you're going to want to use Cedarcide Original. What you can do is, I'm going to give you guys an example. When I moved into the apartment that I'm in right now, we had ants coming in through an upstairs window, of all places, and they were coming through one of the corners of the window. So one of the first things I did was I replaced the ceiling, not the ceiling, but the ceiling around the window, make sure it was sealed tight so that when we closed the window there was no gaps for ants to get in. This is to help make sure no new ants get in. Second, what I did was sprayed any ants that I saw. So if I saw them crawling down the wall and towards my kitchen, I sprayed the whole line of ants, and it killed them all on contact. What I did after that was continue to spray around that window frame where I was seeing the ants about once a week until I didn't see ants anymore. Currently I don't have to treat that window anymore because we haven't seen any ants since then. But if you live in a place like many of us here at Cedarcide do, kind of out in the country here in Texas, or in places where bugs are more likely to be in your lawn or want to come into your home, it's a good idea to treat around windows and door frames about once a week to keep any bugs from coming into your home. Another great way to make sure that your kitchen isn't overrun with ants is to spray Cedarcide about weekly onto a rag and kind of wiping down hard surfaces. You can also do this around baseboards and anywhere else you think ants might be coming in from the outside. The biggest thing with ants indoors is that you make sure not to attract them in. The things that attract them in are excess moisture, but especially food and food particles. So keeping your kitchen clean and your home clean of any food particles, food spills, crumbs, produce that's left out on the counters, things like that are all things that could potentially attract ants indoors. So make sure you're keeping those clean and off the counters, and you're using Cedarcide about once a week to keep them out of your home. That is all I have for you guys as far as ants specifically. I hope I've answered all your questions. It looks like we have some questions, so maybe we don't. I'm going to check really quick. Before I let you guys go, though, I do want to remind you, if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you click the subscribe as well as the little bell so that you get notified next time we have these live streams. We are live most Tuesdays to bring you a Tip Tuesday and most Fridays to do an FAQ about our products. So if you want to be notified of when we are having these live streams, make sure you click the subscribe and the little bell so that you know what's going on. If you're watching us on Twitter or maybe on Facebook, make sure you're following us there so you can stay up to date of what we got going on. We always post on social when we have a sale going on or new and exciting information that you guys might find helpful. So be sure to follow us on all of our platforms and stay up to date. If you'd like to know what's going on more quickly than on social media, you can sign up for our newsletter. You can find us at cedarcide.com/newsletter, and there will be a sign up there. When you sign up, you get a welcome coupon code that gets you 10% off your first order. So sign up for the newsletter, get a discount, and stay tuned. We are going to be doing some fun new things with our live streams soon. Namely, we'll be doing some giveaways, some big ticket items that would normally cost you quite a lot. We're going to do some giveaways right here on our live streams. So stay tuned for the next one of those. Amy Jo, do we have any questions in the comments?
Yes. What is a good way to keep ants out of the kitchen?
What is a good way to keep ants out of the kitchen? So that's a great question. We talked about it a little bit earlier for those of you who might not have been here. One of the best ways is preventative, and that's to keep your kitchen clean. If you have ants in your kitchen already, start by cleaning up any food pieces that could be attracting them to your house. Maybe you like to keep your loaf of bread on the counter, or you keep veggies out on the counter. All of these are things that could potentially attract ants in. So while you have an ant issue, start by keeping all food in sealed packages or in the refrigerator so that they're not in any way attracting ants to your kitchen. Second, you can use Cedarcide Original and spray the surfaces in your kitchen, or you can spray a rag and wipe it down to give that repelling power. This is a contact killer as well, so if you see any ants specifically, you can spray them directly and it will kill them on contact. We recommend not spraying your food with it. It is a non-toxic product, but it doesn't taste great, so don't ruin your foods. Don't spray them with Cedarcide. All right, Amy, do we have any other questions?
Does it work on all kinds of ants?
Does it work on all kinds of ants? The answer is yes. We do have laboratory testing to show that it works on all kinds of ants, which is why we can advertise for it. I can tell you personally in my experience, I've only tried it on maybe 3 or 4 different kinds of ants, but I've talked to lots and lots of customers, and I don't think we've found an ant yet that it doesn't work on. Any other questions? All right, that is all we have for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining us and for asking your questions here live. If you have any other questions that we couldn't get to, or maybe you have another pest issue that isn't ants, please feel free to give us a call. Our phone number is 800-842-1464, or you can chat with us at cedarcide.com. There's a little chat button in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, and we are there answering those 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday Central Time, and 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturdays. If you reach out to us when we're not here, we do try to get back to you as soon as we are open again, so we will do everything in our power to make sure that we answer your questions as quickly as possible. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks. Have a